The ancient Stoics, who recognized that the biggest conflict we face is not with the outside world but with ourselves, built a way in the calm recesses of our brains, where chaos frequently reigns. Mastering oneself is overcoming the inner universe, overcoming emotional storms and remaining steadfast against life's unrelenting waves. This is a journey for those who dare to seek courage, clarity, and unwavering peace, not for the weak of heart. Let's travel this route as a single unit. Number 1. Focus on the here and now. One of the most important lessons of Stoicism is to live completely in the present. It serves as a reminder that we only have the present moment, and that the past is gone, and the future is unpredictable. We frequently become stuck in regret, remorse, or nostalgia when we linger on the past, which might keep us from moving forward. Likewise, obsessing on the future can lead to anxiety, dread, or irrational expectations, which can deprive us of the happiness and clarity that the present moment provides. One of the greatest Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, highlighted the need of leading an urgent and purposeful life. He served as a reminder that death is never far away and that life is short. In his meditations, he penned, "Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power." This stirring statement is a call to action, emphasizing the importance of living life to the fullest and concentrating on the things that really count. Being mindful, a deliberate attempt to give your all to whatever you are doing, be it a chore, a discussion, or just taking in your surroundings, is necessary to be present. It entails focusing on the present moment and letting go of both internal and external distractions. Doing so helps you become more appreciative of the little things in life and strengthens your bonds with the people and things around you. The present moment is when life happens. You can make decisions, act, and bring about change there. You can live with more clarity, purpose, and peace when you embrace the now and let go of the worries of the past and the uncertainties of the future. Number 2, make a thoughtful judgment. One of the pillars of a good existence, according to Stoicism, is the capacity for thoughtful and reasonable decision-making. The Stoics held that our thoughts and perceptions create our reality, and that we can face life's obstacles with integrity and wisdom if we practice clear and logical thinking. Your perception of the universe is determined by how you interpret situations, people, and events. Your mind is a powerful instrument. According to the Stoics, we have total power over how we react to outside circumstances, even though we can't always control them. This is the point at which judgment becomes important. You can choose to view situations objectively, free from the distortions of emotion, bias, or irrationality, by using conscious judgment. The famous quote from Epictetus, another well-known Stoic philosopher, emphasizes the need of accepting responsibility for your ideas and actions. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Making thoughtful judgments helps you connect your thoughts with morality and reason, which enables you to face life's obstacles with composure and fortitude. Recognizing what is and is not under your control is another aspect of using deliberate judgment. This is what the Stoics called the dichotomy of control. You can avoid needless tension and frustration by concentrating your energies on the things you can control, such as your thoughts, deeds, and attitudes. In addition to improving mental clarity, this practice gives you the ability to lead a more deliberate and meaningful life. Furthermore, the ideas you develop affect the people around you. Your relationships, surroundings, and even your sense of self are all impacted by the energy you produce through your decisions and deeds. You may establish a foundation of strength and resilience that will help you navigate life's ups and downs by basing your thinking on virtue, values like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Deliberate judgment is essentially about taking control of your thoughts and directing them toward positive outcomes. Instead of getting carried away by snap decisions or outside events, it is about making the decision to view the world through the prism of virtue and reason. Gaining proficiency in this ability enhances not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Number 3, develop resilience. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is resilience, which acts as a compass for dealing with life's unavoidable difficulties and setbacks. The Stoics recognize that life is a sequence of ups and downs, victories and setbacks rather than a straight line. How we react to what happens to us is more important than what really occurs. The capacity to persevere, adjust, and develop in the face of adversity is known as resilience, and it is a skill that may be developed via practice and introspection. One of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, Seneca, frequently highlighted how the mind shapes our experiences. He said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This realization shows that a large portion of our pain is caused by how we perceive and interpret events rather than the actual happenings. We may lessen needless suffering and develop the fortitude required to deal with life's obstacles by teaching ourselves to view problems objectively and to react to them calmly and logically. Avoiding suffering or acting as though there are no challenges is not what resilience is all about. Instead, it is about accepting that suffering exists but not allowing it to overcome you. Adversity, according to the Stoics, is a chance for personal development, a chance to put our character to the test and make it stronger. We have the option to see challenges as opportunities to learn important lessons about patience, tenacity, and humility. The first step in developing resilience is to change the way you view difficulties. Consider them as chances to exercise morality and build inner strength, rather than as insurmountable challenges. Think back on the challenges you've faced in the past and acknowledge your innate perseverance. You might use this reflection as a reminder that, despite hardship, you are capable of persevering and prospering. Moreover, cultivate appreciation for the resources available to you in the present. By keeping you rooted in the now, gratitude lessens regret for the past and concern about the future. Additionally, it cultivates resilience and contentment, which empowers you to confront obstacles with composure and equilibrium. Lastly, keep in mind that building resilience is a team effort. The Stoics valued camaraderie and support among one another. Look for people who share your ideals and who can support and mentor you through challenging times. You can build a solid foundation for handling life's uncertainties with grace and fortitude by developing resilience within yourself and building relationships with others. Number 4. Recognize the interdependence. We learn from Stoicism to acknowledge and value our interdependence with the cosmos and all living things. The Stoic notion of sympatheia, which denotes the notion that all things in the universe are interconnected and comprise a larger whole, is the foundation of this principle. We can develop a sense of accountability, humility, and purpose in our thoughts and deeds by being aware of our position within this global web. According to the Stoics, a logical and orderly principle known as logos governs the universe. From the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy, everything is related by this principle, forming a harmonic and interdependent system. Humans are an essential component of this system, not something distinct from it. We may not always be aware of the ways in which our decisions, thoughts, and actions affect the environment around us. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often considered this concept, exhorting himself to behave in harmony with nature and to understand his place in the greater universe. He said, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This metaphor highlights how crucial it is to operate with the good of the group in mind. When we behave carelessly or selfishly, we upset the balance of the entire. On the other hand, we enhance the universe's well-being when we behave morally, wisely, and compassionately. Respect for life and the natural world is also fostered by acknowledging interdependence. It serves as a reminder that we are all a part of a huge and complex web of relationships rather than being separate individuals. This viewpoint motivates us to act thoughtfully and carefully because we understand that the decisions we make affect both the environment and other people. Engage in mindfulness exercises on a daily basis to live in accordance with this idea. Think about how your actions affect the environment and other people. Knowing that even seemingly insignificant actions can have a significant impact, make an effort to behave with compassion, honesty, and respect. Seek to make a constructive contribution to the web of existence and cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the interconnection that supports and enhances your life. Realizing the fundamental fact that we are all a part of something bigger than ourselves is essentially what it means to acknowledge connection. It is an exhortation to live consciously, modestly, and purposefully, realizing that our ideas and deeds affect not just the world around us, but also our own lives. We may develop a stronger sense of harmony, meaning, and connection in our lives by adopting this idea. Number 5, adjust to the flow of nature. Living in harmony with nature is one of the main principles of Stoic philosophy. According to the Stoics, the cosmos functions on the basis of a logical and ordered principle known as logos. The cycles of life, birth and death, growth and decay, creation and destruction, are governed by this principle. We can find serenity in the midst of life's unavoidable changes and align ourselves with the natural flow by comprehending and accepting these cycles. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often considered the fleeting aspect of existence and the significance of embracing the unchangeable. In his simple yet profound comment, "Everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." He serves as a reminder that a large portion of our suffering results from our opposition to life's natural flow. We cause needless suffering and annoyance when we struggle against things that are unavoidable, like age, loss, or change. Alternatively, we might develop a sense of calm and fortitude by understanding life's transience and what we cannot control. Start by paying attention to the natural world's cycles in order to become attuned to its flow. Observe the changing of the seasons, the growth and withering of plants, and the transition from day to night. These cycles are a part of a greater harmonious order rather than being chaotic. You can start to perceive your own life as a reflection of the rhythms of nature if you realize that you are a part of this order as well. This viewpoint also promotes humility. It serves as a reminder that we are inextricably linked to nature rather than distinct from it. In the vastness of the cosmos, our personal worries are little, and our lives are short. This insight can be freeing because it causes us to refocus our attention from trying to control the uncontrollable to finding meaning and purpose in life's organic flow. In practice, this entails accepting the present and learning to let go of attachment to results. It entails embracing life's pleasures and sorrows as components of a greater, more significant totality. When you encounter difficulties, consider whether you have influence over them. If so, behave with discernment and morality. If not, work on perseverance and acceptance. You can handle life's ups and downs with poise and composure if you align yourself with nature's flow. Number 6. Look for genuine friendship. According to Stoicism, friendship is a deep and holy connection based on reciprocal virtue and development, rather than just being a social convenience or a source of enjoyment. True friendship, according to the Stoics, is one of the best ways for people to connect with one another and reach their full potential. Trust, respect, and a common dedication to leading a life of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are the foundations of these friendships. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of genuine friendship. He viewed it as a partnership where two people encourage and support one another, assisting one another in leading morally and environmentally conscious lives. He stated in his letters, "Friendship always benefits, love sometimes injures." This contrast emphasizes how crucial it is to surround yourself with people who enhance your life and support your intellectual and moral development. In the Stoic perspective, genuine friendship is not predicated on ephemeral traits or fads. It is a strong, long-lasting connection that is unaffected by circumstances. Someone who recognizes your potential, pushes you to reach your full potential, and supports you through tough times is a true friend. They serve as a guide, assisting you in navigating life's challenges with discernment and integrity, and a mirror, reflecting your strengths and weaknesses with compassion and honesty. Thinking about the traits you appreciate most in others is the first step towards developing a genuine friendship. Look for people who motivate you to develop and who exhibit these traits. Keep in mind that the people you spend time with have a significant impact on your thoughts, behavior, and personality. We become what we associate with, according to the Stoics, so pick your friends carefully. A genuine friendship is characterized by mutual support and reliance. Every individual makes a contribution to the partnership by providing support, direction, and empathy. A virtuous cycle is produced by this dynamic, in which one person's deeds motivate another to act more morally and wisely. As time passes, this connection grows stronger and becomes a source of happiness and strength for both people. Number 7. Recognize your limitations. Understanding and accepting our limitations is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics recognize that humans are limited by mental, bodily, and contextual factors. They are not omnipotent. The Stoics taught us to accept these restrictions as a necessary component of life's natural order, rather than to fight against or complain about them. We can concentrate our energies on our ideas, deeds, and attitudes by accepting the things we cannot change. A former slave who became a Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, highlighted the significance of living in accordance with reality. He famously remarked, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This comment serves as a reminder that knowledge is found in the real-world application of principles, rather than in lofty words or abstract concepts. Accepting our limitations is a sign of maturity and self-awareness rather than weakness. It enables us to focus our efforts more efficiently, preventing the frustration and pointlessness that come with doing the impossibly difficult. Making an honest assessment of your talents and shortcomings is the first step towards accepting your limitations. Consider your strong points and places for improvement. Personal development is based on this self-awareness. You can establish reasonable objectives and make significant progress within the bounds of what is feasible once you are aware of your constraints. If you're not naturally good at something, for instance, instead of trying to learn it at any cost, think about how you can work with those who are. In addition to saving time and effort, this method promotes interdependence and humility. It serves as a reminder that we are all designed to work together, each bringing our special skills to the table for the benefit of everyone. Letting go of perfectionism is another aspect of accepting constraints. The Stoics understood that aiming for perfection frequently results in disappointment and dissatisfaction because it is an unachievable idea. Rather, they urged us to prioritize progress over perfection, make the most of the tools and skills at our disposal, and find satisfaction in the process of working. In the end, appreciating the human condition means accepting limits. It is about finding serenity in the knowledge that we are limited beings in an endless cosmos. We can live with more fulfillment, purpose, and focus if we work within our constraints. Number 8, make fun of yourself. Humor is a sign of humility and wisdom, especially the capacity to laugh at oneself. This quality was prized by the Stoics because it promotes a well-rounded outlook on life and enables us to face its obstacles with humor and grace. We run the risk of being inflexible, conceited, and disengaged from the joys of life when we take ourselves too seriously. On the other hand, we can be resilient, grounded, and approachable when we can laugh at our own shortcomings. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus, who was renowned for his practical knowledge, provided a timeless advice that also applies to humor. There are many unexpected turns in life, and not all of them are good. But how we respond to these situations, whether it's with amusement or frustration, can make all the difference. We can reframe problems with humor, finding perspective and lightness even in trying circumstances. Laughing at oneself is a self-compassionate act. It accepts that you are flawed, human, and fallible, and that's okay. It enables you to embrace your true self and releases you from the urge to seem perfect. This type of humor celebrates your eccentricities and peculiarities and gently acknowledges your humanity without being condescending or contemptuous. A change in viewpoint is necessary to develop this quality. Consider errors or failures as chances for development and connection, rather than as causes of guilt. You foster an environment of relatability and openness when you laugh at yourself. Because you don't take yourself too seriously, people are more likely to feel comfortable around you. Relationships and a feeling of community may be strengthened as a result. Furthermore, humor is a strong resilience-boosting technique. It gives us a mental and emotional relief, which helps us deal with hardship. A well-timed joke or a humorous viewpoint might help ease stress and regain equilibrium when faced with failures or losses. It serves as a reminder that obstacles in life, no matter how difficult, are fleeting and manageable. Start by noticing how you respond to errors or embarrassing situations if you want to practice laughing at yourself. Seek out the comedy in the circumstance rather than obsessing on them or feeling ashamed. Share your stories with others to foster connection and fun rather than embarrassment. This technique will eventually become second nature to you, enabling you to face life with more comfort and happiness. Essentially, laughing at oneself is a way to accept who you are. Adopting this perspective fosters humility, resilience, and a greater appreciation for life's complexity and unpredictability. It is a way of expressing, "I am imperfect, and that's perfectly okay." Number 9, have a daily conversation with Socrates. The quest for wisdom is at the heart of the Stoic tradition, and Socrates is one of the most exemplary people in this regard. Socrates, who is renowned for his incessant inquiry and unshakable dedication to the truth, is a timeless role model for moral and intellectual development. One of the most renowned Stoic thinkers, Marcus Aurelius, frequently considered Socrates' teachings in his meditations, finding motivation in his modesty, inquisitiveness, and commitment to personal development. The phrase "sit down daily with Socrates" refers to a habit of reflection and discussion, both with oneself and with the knowledge of our predecessors. It serves as a reminder that acquiring information is a lifelong process rather than a one accomplishment. As Socrates himself showed, the most moral people are those who are willing to learn new things and humbly own their ignorance. This way of thinking, which is frequently called Socratic humility, is the cornerstone of personal development and mastery. Set aside time each day for study and introspection to start this practice. Allow the ideas of great thinkers such as Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Socrates to inspire and challenge you as you read their works. Pose insightful questions to yourself. What am I really aware of? How can I test the assumptions I have made? How can I lead a more moral life? The purpose of these questions is to foster an attitude of curiosity and self-awareness, rather than to provide conclusive answers. The renowned quote from Socrates that emphasizes the value of introspection in the Stoic tradition is, "The unexamined life is not worth living." You can better understand your values and priorities by looking at your motives, thoughts, and behaviors. You can better connect your life with the values of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance by going through this self-examination process. Furthermore, sitting down with Socrates is a summons to action as much as an academic exercise. The Stoics held that philosophy is a useful manual for daily life, rather than just a theoretical endeavor. Try to live up to the teachings of Socrates and other Stoic thinkers as you consider their wisdom. Allow their wisdom to influence your choices, mold your personality, and direct your relationships with other people. Sitting down with Socrates every day is essentially a commitment to learning and development throughout one's life. It is a discipline that fosters morality, humility, and curiosity, enabling you to face life's challenges with integrity and wisdom. Number 10. Develop compassion. A fundamental component of Stoic philosophy is empathy, or the capacity to comprehend and experience another person's emotions. Stoicism stresses the value of compassion and connection, even though it is frequently linked to self-control and emotional fortitude. According to the Stoics, our humanity ties us all together as members of a greater whole. We can improve our interpersonal relationships and fortify our moral fiber by developing empathy. The Stoic idea of oikeiosis explains how we naturally shift our focus from ourselves to other people. We learn from this principle that the well-being of those around us is correlated with our own well-being. Understanding others allows us to see how their joys, challenges, and goals mirror our own. This acknowledgement encourages us to behave kindly, fairly, and moderately by fostering a sense of oneness and respect for one another. The first step in developing empathy is to engage in active listening. When interacting with people, try to grasp their viewpoint instead of just waiting for your moment to speak. Observe their body language, tone, and words, and make an effort to put yourself in their shoes. In addition to strengthening your bonds with other people, this exercise enables you to react more wisely and compassionately. Thinking on the common human experience is another method to develop empathy. The Stoics frequently reminded themselves of our shared vulnerabilities, worries, and wants. According to Marcus Aurelius, what injures the hive injures the bee. This metaphor highlights how intertwined all living things are, and how crucial it is to behave with the good of the group in mind. We can approach people more empathetic and with deeper understanding when we acknowledge our common humanity. Recognizing each person's intrinsic worth and dignity is another aspect of empathy. According to the Stoics, everyone possesses a spark of the divine logos or reasoning principle, and respecting and caring for others is a means of recognizing this commonality. When you come across someone who is hard or unpleasant, make an effort to see behind their actions and respect their humanity. Even in trying circumstances, you can react with grace and patience if you adopt this viewpoint. Lastly, Empathy is an active activity rather than merely a passive emotion. It calls on us to convert our knowledge into moral behavior. Empathy motivates us to take actions that benefit others and advance the common good, whether that be by speaking kindly, offering assistance, or advocating for justice. Cultivating empathy is essentially about realizing the interconnection of all life and broadening your sphere of care. It is a discipline that unites your activities with the tenets of Stoic virtue, improves your relationships, and fortifies your character. You can achieve kindness, self-control, and a more profound sense of purpose by adopting empathy. Number 11, engage with imagination. While Stoicism is typically renowned for its emphasis on reason and logic, imagination plays a key part in creating our lives and influencing our choices. Imagination is the faculty that allows us to conceive possibilities, explore new ideas, and construct the life we wish to live. It is a bridge between the present and the future, enabling us to see beyond our current circumstances and strive for something greater. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations acknowledged the power of thinking in shaping our reality. He remarked, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement underlines the necessity of maintaining a happy and productive mindset. Imagination is not simply a tool for daydreaming. It is a technique of changing our thoughts into actions and our dreams into realities. To interact with imagination, begin by envisioning your perfect existence. What kind of person do you want to be? What principles do you want to embody? What aims do you want to achieve? Use your imagination to build a vivid mental picture of these aspirations. This technique not only reveals your intentions but also inspires you to take measures toward realizing them. Imagination can also be a valuable tool for problem solving. When faced with obstacles, utilize your imagination to explore possible solutions and outcomes. Ask yourself, what would my best self do in this situation? How can I convert this problem into an opportunity? By approaching difficulties with creativity and openness, you can uncover unique solutions and develop resilience in the face of hardship. Moreover, imagination permits us to cultivate empathy and understanding. By picturing ourselves in the shoes of others, we might obtain insight into their experiences and viewpoints. This exercise builds compassion and enhances our ties with those around us. It reminds us that we are all part of a bigger human story, each with our own difficulties and aspirations. However, it is important to balance imagination with reason. While imagination can inspire and motivate, it must be based in reality to be effective. The Stoics believed in harmonizing our ideas and deeds with the natural order of the universe. By blending imagination with rational contemplation, we may build a vision for our life that is both exciting and achievable. In essence, interacting with imagination is about leveraging the power of your mind to alter your world. It is a practice that stimulates creativity, resilience, and growth, helping you to live a life of meaning and fulfillment. Number 12, prepare for each day. The Stoics emphasize the value of mental preparation in handling the problems of life. Each day provides new hurdles and opportunities, and how we address them can make all the difference. By beginning each day with a goal and attention, we may create the mindset and resilience needed to rise above adversities and make the most of our time. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, emphasized the necessity of preparation and meditation. He remarked, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This metaphor reminds us that problems are not only impediments but possibilities for growth and refinement. By anticipating obstacles and preparing ourselves psychologically, we can meet them with courage and equanimity. One excellent way to prepare for each day is through a morning ritual of reflection and affirmation. Take a few moments each morning to center yourself and set your intentions for the day. Reflect on your values and priorities, and remind yourself of the principles that guide your actions. This practice helps to ground you in the present moment and align your thoughts with your goals. Consider using affirmations or Stoic mantras to focus your mind and strengthen your resolve. For example, you might repeat phrases like, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way," or "Today, I will act with wisdom and virtue." These affirmations serve as reminders of your inner strength and the values you strive to embody. Another important aspect of preparation is anticipating obstacles. The Stoics practiced a technique known as premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves imagining potential challenges and setbacks and mentally preparing yourself to face them. By imagining these scenarios, you can establish a plan of action and lessen the anxiety that typically accompanies uncertainty. However, preparing is not just about anticipating difficulties. It is also about cultivating thankfulness and positivism. Take a moment each morning to think of the things you are grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a sense of contentment and resilience. It also reminds you of the abundance and beauty in your life, even in the face of challenges. Finally, preparing is a constant process. As you move through your day, keep attentive of your thoughts and actions. When faced with hurdles, pause and reflect on how you might respond with knowledge and virtue. By retaining this perspective, you can handle the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. In essence, preparing for each day is about building a mindset of intention, attention, and perseverance. It is a discipline that helps you to face problems with courage, accept opportunities with gratitude, and live each day with purpose and integrity. Number 13, act justly. Justice is one of the 4 cardinal qualities in Stoicism, with wisdom, courage, and temperance. It is the principle that directs our interactions with others and guarantees that we act with justice, integrity, and respect. For the Stoics, justice is not only a social or legal concept, but a moral necessity that applies to all elements of life. To act justly is to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every human, and to treat them with the fairness and compassion they deserve. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius often thought of the idea of justice in his meditations. He remarked, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This metaphor highlights the interconnection of all beings and the significance of contemplating the collective good in our activities. When we act justly, we contribute to the harmony and well-being of the community, establishing a sense of solidarity and mutual respect. To act justly, begin by assessing your intentions and actions. Are you treating others with fairness and respect, regardless of their status or background? Are you evaluating the impact of your decisions on those around you? Justice requires us to rise above personal biases and self-interest, striving to act in ways that benefit the greater good. In practical terms, acting justly entails being honest and transparent in your relationships with others. It implies standing up for what is right, even when it is tough or unpopular. It is listening to people with an open mind and striving to comprehend their perspectives. And it involves keeping yourself accountable for your actions, owning your mistakes and making amends when required. Justice also requires understanding the interconnection of all life. The Stoics thought that we are all part of a broader whole, tied together by our shared humanity. When we act justly, we recognize this link and contribute to the well-being of the community. This idea extends beyond our inner circle to embrace all beings, reminding us to act with compassion and justice in all our encounters. In essence, acting justly is about matching your actions with the principles of justice, integrity, and respect. It is a practice that develops harmony, builds trust, and reinforces the links of community. By embodying justice in your daily life, you contribute to a more equitable and compassionate world. Number 14, cultivate inner strength. Inner strength is the cornerstone of a robust and moral existence. It is the trait that helps us to face problems with courage, persevere in the face of misfortune, and remain steadfast in our values. For the Stoics, inner power is not an innate feature, but a skill that can be cultivated by discipline, practice, and introspection. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who emphasized the significance of self-mastery, urged his followers to expect the best of oneself. He questioned, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" This question acts as a call to action, challenging us to take responsibility for our growth and development. Inner power is not something that can be given to us. It must be cultivated through purposeful work and perseverance. To cultivate inner strength, begin by creating clear goals and holding oneself accountable. Identify the areas where you want to grow, whether it's physical fitness, emotional resilience, or intellectual development, and design a plan to attain them. Consistency is crucial. Tiny, everyday efforts compound over time, leading to great progress. Discipline is another vital component of inner strength. The Stoics thought that self-discipline is the route to freedom, as it helps us to rise above our desires and act in accordance with our beliefs. Practice self-control in your daily life, whether it's avoiding the desire to delay, keeping a healthy lifestyle, or regulating your emotions. Each act of discipline develops your willpower and builds your resilience. Challenges and failures are unavoidable, but they are also opportunities for progress. The Stoics considered challenges as tests of character, chances to exercise virtue and gain inner strength. When faced with problems, ask yourself, what can I gain from this experience? How can I answer with courage and wisdom? By reframing obstacles as opportunities, you can transform hardship into a source of strength. Reflection is another powerful tool for strengthening inner strength. Take time each day to reflect on your activities, ideas, and growth. Consider what went well, what may be better, and how you can connect your actions with your values. This habit of self-examination helps you stay focused on your goals and strengthens your commitment to improvement. Finally, remember that inner strength is not about being indestructible or never experiencing fear or uncertainty. It is about facing those sentiments with strength and conviction, refusing to let them control your actions. The Stoics thought that true strength consists in the ability to endure and persevere, even in the face of uncertainty and hardship. Number 15. Build a noble character. Nobility of character is one of the ultimate aims in Stoic philosophy. It is not characterized by income, prestige, or external successes, but by the quality of one's acts, ideas, and behavior. A noble character is rooted in virtue, qualities such as humility, wisdom, justice, and temperance that guide us toward living a meaningful and ethical life. For the Stoics, creating a noble character is not a one-time accomplishment but a lifelong process of self-improvement and moral refinement. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus stressed the importance of character when he said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This statement reminds us that the nobility of character begins with a clear vision of the person we strive to be. It requires us to match our behaviors with our ideals, seeking to exemplify virtue in every part of our life. To establish a noble character, start by cultivating self-awareness. Reflect on your strengths and flaws and identify the areas where you may progress. Are there behaviors or dispositions that conflict with your values? Are there virtues you need to cultivate further? Self-awareness is the foundation of personal progress, as it helps you to see where change is needed and take active efforts toward improvement. Humility is a fundamental component of a noble character. It requires realizing your limitations and acknowledging that you do not have all the answers. Humility encourages you to learn from others, accept critique, and remain open to fresh viewpoints. It also develops thankfulness as it reminds you of the contributions and assistance of others throughout your journey. Wisdom is another necessary trait. It is the ability to determine what is true, worthwhile, and significant in life. Wisdom directs your judgments and actions, helping you negotiate complex situations with clarity and understanding. To acquire wisdom, seek information through reading, thought, and interaction with others. Learn from the experiences of others who have walked the route before you, and apply their lessons to your own life. Justice, as described before, is the principle of treating others with fairness, respect, and compassion. A noble character is one that upholds fairness in all situations, stands up for what is right, and fights for the well-being of others. This virtue extends beyond interpersonal relationships to include a dedication to social and environmental responsibility. Temperance or self-control is the virtue that helps you to govern your cravings and impulses. It is the ability to resist temptation, defer satisfaction, and act in accordance with your long-term goals and ideals. Temperance fosters discipline and balance, helping you avoid excess and maintain harmony in your life. Building a great character also involves consistency. Virtue is not a one-time achievement but a daily practice. Each day brings the opportunity to act with humility, wisdom, justice, and temperance. By making these characteristics a habit, you progressively shape your character and become the person you wish to be. Moreover, a noble character is not created in isolation. It is strengthened through relationships and community. Surround yourself with individuals who represent the characteristics you like, and aim to inspire others through your own actions. The Stoics thought that we are all part of a bigger whole, and that our actions had a ripple impact on the world around us. By fostering a noble character, you contribute to the well-being of others and create a wonderful legacy. In essence, cultivating a noble character is about attempting to live a life of morality and integrity. It is a journey of self-improvement that demands self-awareness, humility, wisdom, fairness, and temperance. By embracing these virtues in your daily life, you develop a foundation of strength, resilience, and moral clarity that guides you through life's obstacles and possibilities. The Stoic road is not one of perfection but of development. It is a summons to rise beyond our baser instincts, to face life with courage and grace, and to master the one thing we actually own, ourselves. Let us walk this journey together, not as masters but as students. Let us strive for self-control, fortitude, and inner tranquility. And let us remember, as the Stoics did, that the greatest victory is the one we accomplish over ourselves. The world may be chaotic, but within us lies an unshakable calm. Let us find it, let us live it, let us become it. Amor fati, love your fate. For in mastering ourselves, we master our fate.